right into the game. So, my colors were correct. No surprise. Here we go, everybody. Grand Finals of the ESL Europe Cup number 8. Flipside Tactics in orange, Swarm Gaming in blue. And already, here come the chances for Swarm. The mental game is going to be a big tell in this for Flipside. How drained are they after playing such a taxing best-of-5 series against Shizou? And is it something, is it enough for Swarm to capitalize on, in addition to their own skilled play? Well, so far, not quite seeing it. Here comes Mike Rules. Take a look at this huge wall shot, going long distance, gets it past Stocky, gets it past DeBoer, puts it away, and gets them up 1-0 already, just 30 seconds in.
Yeah, DeBoer is usually noted as the defensive player now ever since the switch. Stocky going to play the defensive role right now. Mike going to try to get another shot in, and going to get a cheeky goal. Yeah, this is looking like Flipside Tactics just kind of owning up that they might have had some lapses in last series. They're not going to have any lapses right now.
This is kind of like when you get a best-of-7 series in like the, you know, Stanley Cup just before the Stanley Cup Finals, and then it's a 4-0 sweep in the actual finals, and it's like, oh man, why couldn't that previous series have been the final? Granted, it's just game 1, but the play so far, that's not the kind of play you got to bring against Flipside.
No. You have to get the best defense that you can bring out from all 3 members, and that's what Team Shizou kind of brought in. Pashi, on the other hand, getting some good aggression. Stocky going to miss off the aerial. Not the greatest of takes coming out from Swarm Gaming.
Yeah, decent play coming up the field. Defense is a little off, though, at some points. Not for Flipside, but for Swarm. You know, a lot of stops we were seeing that Shizou was making, we weren't seeing on the other end, but there's DeBoer, helping to close this game up, trying to make things a little more interesting. Good play off the wall. Pashi follows it up. DeBoer gets the big finish, sneaks it past everybody. That was actually a very nice shot, low and to the left. Alright, so 3.5 minutes to play. Swarm Gaming starting to regroup a bit. This could just be first game jitters for Swarm as well. You know, maybe just trying to evaluate how they're going to have to handle this Flipside team. You know, they've played them a lot, but you never know exactly what you're going to get out of Flipside.
You definitely know. Mike going to get a clear shot yet again, a little too hard off of there, but Markey going to get the clinch, the finish, the dunk down for the 3rd goal.
Had a feeling that was coming.
Yeah.
Had a feeling that was coming. Just a really good chance up high. They didn't get a good clear away from the goal. And that's something that Swarm, I think, really needs to work on. I see that too much. When they get contact on the ball after stopping it, they send the ball up, you know, on their saves. When you send the ball up, it's still centered, and it's going to come back down, or somebody's just going to go up and get it. But Stocky, trying to keep this gap closed, trying to get the equalizer. Still need to get one more, but hey, at least they're keeping the game interesting. Look at that touch by Stocky. Actually, a little bit of a pool shot there. DeBoer runs into Stocky to help redirect it straight into the net.
Yep, but DeBoer was going to be able to get the goal either way too, if ever. But Stocky didn't get the credit for that one. And it's 2-3. I'm not surprised that we're seeing a lot of aggression from both teams. I mean, both of them play super aggressively, so not surprised to see the shots, the quality of shots actually getting goals.
Yeah, this is their style. Both teams, very aggressive play, constant pressure. Good defensive stops here though by Flipside, trying to prevent that equalizer. But that's what Swarm Gaming needs right now. They need that 3rd goal. They can't let Flipside get another one in on them. We were seeing that a lot in a prior series, and there's a big finish. And Marky Tuda, they're doing it again. Try to get the equalizer, but Flipside gets enough to put it away. Get that 2-goal lead right back.
It's always dependent on Marky and Mike to really get those goals in. While on the other hand, whenever we do see some really cool stuff from Kuchar, it's literally from the air, from the other side of the goal. Love the play coming out from Flipside, but then again, Preston is still on from Swarm Gaming. Can they get another goal in Can they tie up the series? They tie up this game so far. That's a big question that we're going to see.
It is a big ask right now. If Swarm can tie this game up, it's not exactly looking great. You know, they've been letting a lot of chances go past. The defense has not been quite as on point as Shizoo's was. I mean, look at those setups there by Flipside. Just really solid play. Swarm did a great job at turning all those aside, though. Keeping this game going. Oh, but Marky Duda breaks through again. Little off points, though, so they weren't able to actually finish. But we're still looking pretty good. Minute 20 left. Still possible to put 2 goals up. But not if Flipside has anything to say about it.
Definitely not if Flipside wants to do anything about it as well. I do see DeBoer's going to try to get set up, but it is just all not the best quality of shots going in. Stuck and getting some clinches as well, but it's just Flipside just needs to control the ball as much as they can. When you have 2 aggressive teams, it's just ball possession, ball control, and getting the shots that really count for this game. And Flipside has made more shots happen than Swarm Gaming at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Just a lot more chances coming together for Flipside. You can see it in the scoreline, the amount of chances that were happening. Time of possession has been really in their favor. And when that happens, you're just bound to put more goals away. Very good defense showing by both teams, but I think Swarm is definitely going to have to regroup when we go into game number 2. Change their approach up a little bit, or at least execute their current approach better. Because right now, it's not looking pretty good. They might get another one here. Not quite.
Stucky gets the aerial set up, but Kooks are going to be able to just land it down. Ooh, Pashi. They got in goal, but it is a little too late. 4-2 on the goal score. And it is going to be the game score for number 1.
0-second time did not last long. Flipside Tactics takes a relatively easy Game 1 win, which I think is a bit of a relief to them, especially coming off of such a difficult semifinal series against Shizoo. Yeah, a lot has to change for Swarm right now. They are just coming in, not getting a lot of offensive chances, not getting some big finishes, being forced to hang out on defense way too much. Yeah, the style that they're playing right now is not what it's going to take to beat Flipside. What Shizoo was doing was working, it just wasn't enough. You know? Right. And that's just a testament to how tough Flipside really is. That's why I love seeing games like that for Flipside. You know, we can watch them play any day of the week, but Marky Duda with a very early goal, 15 seconds in. I'm not, my hopes aren't high for Swarm. I'm sorry. Swarm, I love you guys, but this is just, it's not, after that Shizoo series, I mean, this is not the kind of play you got to bring.
I mean, you see the difference totally from the Shizoo series to this one. The defense was just impeccable coming out from Shizoo, and even then, there's just not enough. Well, on the other hand, if you can get some goals like that, you're going to be good then.
Yeah, very nice distance goal. We'll follow this one through. Comes into it a little past halfway. Nice touch, long distance. Manages to beat the defense on there. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, just a nice amount of power. Drills that home, ties things up, so that's pretty good. Swarm trying to get back into it. I'm not ruling them out, by the way. I don't want to make it seem like I'm completely writing Swarm off. It's just, you know, you got to look at the play that you're getting and the chances that you're seeing, and that one was a very close one. Again, the flicker.
Wasn't enough for now, but Marky going to be able to clear that one out for a wall shot. Can actually get another clinch on the ball. You get pushed back into the corner. Kooks are going to get a good shot in, but Saki going to be able to save that one down.
Alright, nicely turned away again. A little bit of neutral zone play right now, but here comes Flipside. Oh, that was just... It was very nice looking. But, I mean, just look at how easily he gets this past everybody in blue.
Pashi was going to go for the defense. Stocky was just out of position.
He beat everybody.
It was tough.
He beat everybody.
Yeah.
He broke DePour's axle early in that play and then just squeezed it past Pashi and Stocky. Well, okay, Pashi helping to close it up again. I mean, I want to take another look at this just to kind of see how it develops. Good aerial shot, nice setup. Kind of just taking advantage of the fact that only one person was back there. Good bounce. So, a good way to kind of exploit a gap in the defense there. So, pretty good so far, but we got to see more consistency out of Swarm. You know, all we're seeing right now is a ton of great offensive chances that eventually result in goals for Flipside, and then a few chances that develop for Swarm that they do manage to squeeze by. And, you know, both strategies work, because if they put goals on the score sheet, it doesn't matter how you do it, you did it. The problem is that this is a long-term thing. You know, you got to do it not just one game, but at least 4 games.
Yeah, 4
right
games
now,
in a row, that's going to be tough if we can see that pull off, but we'll see if that'll actually happen. Stocky, you get a good clinch off the wall. But everything's just slowly into this middle zone. Nothing really happening from either team.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you know, Flipside looking better as a unit. You know, just their play seems to be a little bit better. The chances and the goals that Swarm are getting they're pretty good, but they're not like developed plays that resulted in successful goals. Something like that, though, I think that actually was a bad clear off the wall. I want to get a look at this again. I think it was, it's Pashy, actually, who sets that one up for Kooks or Marky Duda, excuse me.
Yep, Marky going to be able to get that goal. It was pretty easy to see. And whenever you have those lapses, I mean, it is both teams kind of worth all to actually punish, but definitely Flipside Tactics has the better advantage onto that. You see Kooks going to get the block right now. The Boars, or actually Stocky's just still going to finish it off, but it was not enough for that block.
Yeah, he was trying to stop that ball going backwards. Couldn't quite get the touch on it, but it did ultimately go in. So very nice wide shot. 3-3 now. Series again tied up. I still would definitely say Flipside's looking like the better performing team, but the scoreline is tied. So if Swarm can manage to just brute force their way to a win, I'm sure they'll take it. You know, whatever strategy you got to use, you know, if you can't outclass them, then just go in hard, brutal, fast, get goals, whatever means necessary. And so far, so good for Swarm. They're keeping this thing close.
Definitely think we're going to see Swarm do some more things. At least for the moment, though, it is on to Swarm Gaming's side. You see Future trying to get the setup. Pashy going to try to get the clear. But Flipside Tactics, they are up right now 1-0 in the best of 7 final series. And they get another win to make it so much harder for Swarm Gaming. That's only a question.
Yep, again, very good. Clears the ball out. Swarm Gaming trying to apply some pressure of their own. They're not quite playing the same full 3-forward aggressive style, which might be smart. You know, if they don't feel like they can prevent themselves from getting punished, then it's good to leave a car back behind the halfway line just to help keep the clears from going out of the zone. You know, playing 3-forward is a very difficult style. Flipside's really the only team that I've ever seen who can do it consistently well. So it's just up to Swarm now to take advantage of the amount of pressure they're putting on. They're getting a lot of good chances. They just have to put one down, or they are going to go into overtime here. They're Stocky with a great clear. Flies over Pashy's head. Now a good chance. Nope, gets turned aside.
Mike was going to get another clear, and he does get the destruction on the Pashy. Pashy's going to get back at just right now, but we do see Marky. A good block. The Boar is going to get a good setup. We see Pashy try to go for the goal. Off the top.
Oh,
not going to be enough.
Stocky tried to get the finish. He was coming in from a good spot, but he just overshot it. 10 seconds to go. 0-second time is where Flipside's the most dangerous, and the ball's headed their way. Well, for now, it was. Nope. Couldn't quite get the air that they needed on it, so we're going to overtime. Game 2. Golden goal. Winner will take this game. Flipside will either get a solid 2-game lead, or Swarm will tie the series up at 1 apiece. Who does what? I don't know. But we're going to find out pretty soon here. Big
I was
turn
about
away.
to say that the defense has been pretty good from Swarm Gaming in this one. About to give out that goal, but very, very solid shots. Very, very solid defense from Swarm. But on the other hand, Flipside Tactics.
Oh, bad clear.
Might have a little bit of trouble. Pashi going to be able to get in there, but Stocky not going to clear out that finish. Mike going to go clear out the ball, and you're going to see Marky Duda on the offensive.
Mark doing a great job trying to play it up along the wall, but it does get turned away. Oh, here comes Stocky. Gets a good opening, but it does get disrupted enough that they're going to have to set it up. DeBoer tries to do it, the ball's going back the other way.
Pashi
Still
with
a
the
good
save.
setup.
Stocky going to try to get it in the air. He's going to get blocked.
Ball in a very dangerous place.
Pashi, they have to move it out of there somehow. Stocky.
Pashi did get good contact on it, but then he got blown up. So, fortunately, they were able to stop that offensive chance. But it's back on.
Oof.
Good save by Pashi. Risky save, but good one. That ball's going back there. Marky Duda has to make a stop. Oh, there's a nice follow-up by Stocky.
Mike gonna get a good shot in. Gonna get that position onto the blue side. Now we do see Pashi, and we do see everybody else, the Swarm Gaming, trying to swarm in to try to get that goal. Stocky gonna get the setup. The board's not gonna get the finish. Posh gonna get missed off and cannot get that goal. Now we're back on Flipside Tactics. Big Shear not gonna get that one. Mike gonna get the setup. And
it goes too low.
Everyone just had a chance and opportunity, cannot really get on point for that goal.
So now, so many chances developing for Flipside. A lot of chances are actually developing for Swarm, too. Pashi gets a little too far underneath that one. Takes out Mike Rules. But they can't capitalize. If you're going to detonate somebody, it's a smart strategy, but you got to be able to capitalize quick. By now, it's too late. Mike's already back up, back in the game. But here comes Swarm again. Pressure is on, but nope, turned away one more time. They're getting chances to start to develop, but the teams are stopping them before anybody can finish. And that's really what it's going to take to get through this overtime period, which has been very long so far. My kingdom for a timer that counts up. So I could see just how long these overtime periods are. There's DeBoer with a nice attempt, but it does go too low, and it's able to be turned away by Kuxier.
Stocky going to get in there for another center up. See the board is trying to get there, but Pashi not going to get a good shot in. Pashi has made all the goals happen right now. Make another one happen for the team. Let's see.
Oh, so many chances for Pashi, but can't do it. Ball's going the other direction. Arcing very high, and there's the big finish. Marky Duda gets that final touch. Look at this high arcing shot. Sends it way down the pitch. Gets over every defender's head and then gets up there to get the rebound. Big overtime win for Flipside Tactics.
Clutch goal coming off from Marky, and now that sets the tone for the games. 2 up now for Flipside Tactics. Can they get the next one? Now another one, and then finish up the series in the 4-0 sweep. I don't want that to happen, but it is a possibility, especially with Swarm Gaming giving it their all and not winning out in that one.
Yeah, and you can see Marky Duda was just a force to be reckoned with that game. All goals were his credit. 8 shots. Just relentless was Marky Duda in game number 2. 2 games now to go at least. If Swarm can take a game or 2, then we might see some more. But this might be a team... I was talking a little bit about how Flipside might come into this game tired, mentally worn down after having to deal with Shizou in such a challenging series. But what we may actually have is a Flipside team coming in riding such a momentous wave of momentum, which I guess is what I wanted to say. Just so much, just so much momentum coming off of that win. So much, positive energy that they got going into it. They feel great. They got a huge win after fighting so hard, and now they feel like they can't be stopped. And right now, they can't be stopped. A few good goals for Swarm in that series. But like I said, this has kind of been a battle of finesse and brute force. When Flipside Tactics developed plays everybody gets involved. The ball's getting passed all around. Plays are looking, you know, really smooth, really nice. They're going all over the place. When Swarm gets a goal, they're just shoving it in the net or hitting it from long distance, breaking axles, doing whatever they can to just drive the ball into the goal any means necessary. So it's basically that. It's brute force versus finesse out of these teams. And there's Marky Duda, a nice bit of finesse coming off of this setup out of the corner. There was a little bit of a battle there, but Mike Rules does get the necessary final touch. Marky Duda, though, actually does a good job. Damn it, Marky, I keep forgetting. I can't be on your camera because you're a jerk.
View, yeah. that does hurt the eyes, but it's okay. Marky has been a mainstay. I mean, he did get all the goals from last game. Kukshir actually helped that one out pretty bit in the beginning of that, just to develop a little bit of block for the game start. 1 goal up. See if Flipside can make it more. On the other hand, Swarm Gaming, 1 goal up, they have to push some pressure. They play defensively like this all the time. It's not going to amount to too much of anything. Even if you play impeccable defense like we saw from Shizu, it's not really going to do much if you can't make any offense happen.
Yeah, so far right now, a lot of these offensive chances aren't quite developing for Flipside. I mean, not the way they were. You know, usually they do a really good job of just kind of setting plays up. You know, I guess I would say that previous goal, maybe not as finesse as it usually is. The first goal, well, that was a pretty nice one there. Let's take a look at this in the replay from Kuksir's perspective, who gets his team up 2-0. This is a little more like it. You got Mike Rules there, gets the touch, gets the setup up high. There comes Kuksir, gets the finish. That's a little more about what I'm talking about. You know, a little more of making those plays kind of develop, setting things up, where a lot of what we've been seeing by Swarm is kind of taking advantage of situations. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel this is going downhill quite quickly.
That should not.
Gaming,
that should not have been a goal. That should not have been a goal. That should not. I'm sorry. That should not have been a goal. That was really got ugly.
A good dribble. That's all I have to say about that. I won't say anything
else. Wasn't even that good of a dribble. I mean, it was good. Okay, it was a pretty good dribble, but like he wasn't breaking axles or anything.
No.
That was just huge defensive lapse on the part of Swarm. I don't know if they just didn't expect that to happen or what, but that shouldn't have happened. No. I'm sorry. No. Not at this level. But anyway. Flipside up 3-0. The pressure continues. There's a good setup by Marky, but nobody there to try and get the finish. Mike, though, puts it back up. Swarm's got to regroup here. Got to get it together. That last goal was just bowling shoe ugly, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they can come back here. Swarm Gaming, I mean, the first 2 games, they had some interesting opportunities that made some goals happen. This time they haven't had any opportunities for game number 3. Flipside Tactics just turned it right back on.
Pesci just nearly got an own goal there. There's Kooks here, capitalizing on that lapse of judgment. Just a bad clear, nearly goes in his own goal, but there's Kooks here, gets a good position, redirects it in. Flipside is on a tear right now. If we go through and just take a look at Swarm, I believe they are sitting on 1 shot on goal right now, and it's by Stocky. And that's all they got. If you're only going to put 1 shot on goal against Flipside, you're going to lose.
Definitely, 1 shot on goal is not enough to really bring this one up, and Flipside really need to just close the game. I mean, they were up 2-0 in the last series, and they almost lost to 3. They just want to close out this game pretty fast, but this time, Stocky, a cheeky little goal from there, gets it off the rebound off of Kuksir, gets it off the rebound on Mike, and you're going to be able to get that goal.
Yeah, nice little play there by Stocky. Does manage to get in front of the ball to prevent defense from getting to it first. Well, the second shot results in a goal. So, at least we got that going for us. Or at least they got that going for them. Oh, but I didn't even switch off of Stocky yet, and he basically helps put that one in for Marky Duda. Take a look at this one again. Marky gets a nice little shot. Stocky gets in its way on the wrong end. And now we're 5-1. Damn it, Marky. I'll try to remember. I'll never remember. I'll try to remember, but I never will. To just not be on his cam when it's kickoff time. Anyway, final minute of play. Just dominance by Flipside Tactics in this game. Really not much else to say. Good little aerial shot, but Marky Duda turns it aside, trying to keep that one goal. Maybe go for the Brazil. Well, maybe not. But we'll find out. Here comes Marky. Nope, there comes Mike, actually. Goal number 6?
Ooh.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Very solid goal coming out from Mike. You know, just getting off the rebound. Defense kind of lapsing. And I mean, that's just exhaustion of best of 7 series, especially coming from a 5-game series themselves. I mean, the mental fatigue is very aware. And unfortunately, Sword Gaming, they are just falling down by the wayside.
Oh, nearly goal number 7 right there. Yeah, I mean, you know, both teams are in the same boat here. You know, they've played the same amount of games, or at least the same amount of series. I'm sure Flipside probably has played more games total. Just because of that huge best-of-5 series, which is really going to take a lot out of you, that they played with Shizou. But Swarm just looking really good. Trying to get one more. We're in 0-second time here, folks. Rule number 1. Oh, and it touches the ground. They were trying to get the Brazil, but it couldn't happen. 6-1 is your score here. Game number 3 in the books. Flipside Tactics on the verge of a sweep after what was a very rough, very hard-fought semi-final series. I will honestly say I didn't expect this. Didn't expect Flipside to come out so strong, so dominant, especially after what we just saw. But like I said, I think it's that momentum. They're just carrying it forward. They're carrying that energy. And there's a nice shot. Marky Duda. 6 seconds in. Long
Definitely
distance.
Not what you want for Storm Gaming, and nice one coming from Kusher and Mike Duda in the end.
So I don't think Marky really gets credit for that. He officially does, but that was basically Kuksir's goal. He just happened to be the one who backflipped into it on the goal line. So either way, let's see if they can keep riding this momentum. Swarm might be dealing with that mental pressure now. Down 3-0, getting utterly crushed in Game 3, and they have to turn it around to try to win 4 in a row. I'm not seeing it. I mean, if Flipside just keeps the pressure going, keeps that energy high, they're going to win, you know, and they're going to sweep it after coming so close to elimination. And they really did come close, by the way. Oh, Mike Rules, nice shot on goal, but Tabor turns it aside.
We're going to be able to block off for now. Pasha going to keep it going. We'll see if he can actually develop a play. But it's not looking like it so far. Saki is in the zone. So he's got a shot. And we do see Pasha going to get the goal. Right when they say the not developing play, they develop a really, really solid play.
Yeah, it happens when they get a bad clear. Look at Kooks here. Bad clear. Hits it right into Pashi's shot. I mean, that was just... When you make a clear like that, it was up off the wall. There's really no good excuse to clear it straight into the center of the pitch like that. I mean, that was just perfectly set up, and Pashi just smart enough to be there, be ready to grab it. And he did it, you know. He was in the right place at the right time. Oh! What? That shot went off the wall. Pashi, I guess in just sheer luck, managed to be in the way of that blistering shot to prevent it from going in. I don't know how much of that was skill and how much was luck, really. But little plays like that, I think, can start to turn your mental game around. They can make you start feeling a little more confident, a little more comfortable. And they might be able to take a game here. But a lot left. We'll have to see.
3 minutes in. Stocky does miss off of that maybe easy take. DeBoer is going to reset it up. Akuksha going to get a clear per se. Washington going to be able to push it up. DeBoer is going to try to get the rebound. Stocky going to reset up the ball, but he's not going to get anything in there. Mike and Kuksher on the offense. Can't finish it up.
Alright, so far just kind of trading the ball back and forth a little bit. Oh, Mike Rule's in a good place. to keep that from going in. Here comes Kooksir, another big save. He's going to turn it back downfield. Swarm doing a great job keeping the ball on the orange side of the pitch, keeping the pressure coming, forcing Flipside to play really defensively. This is the sort of play they should have been bringing over the past 3 games. They did pretty well in Game 2. They made it come close. It had to be decided in overtime. But right now, just such good play for Flipside Tactics. For Swarm, too, looking very good. Just have to get another goal in to really seal it up. Ooh, rough defense there. I don't know what happened. They got very lucky, though.
Very lucky indeed. And now Kooksir didn't challenge for the ball pass. He gets a good setup. Could not actually get to the ball, though. Stocky going to reset back out into the orange zone. But Flipside Tactics, this game hasn't had the same opportunities. This is very reminiscent of game number 2. It did go to OT, 4-3 for them, and we'll see if we get some more goals, because 1 minute left, 1 minute 30 left, and it's looking like Flipside Tactics are at least going to hold for a tie for now.
Well, so far, but this is a lot of Rocket League. Minute 30 is an eternity in Rocket League. It's basically an entire quarter in football. So many chances for both these teams to do something with it here. But it's been 1-1 for a long time. But here's Stocky with a nice opening. He's going to try and dribble it past Kooksir. Can't quite do it. Let's follow De Boer on this chance. Nice shot. Gets it past Marky Duda. There is the go-ahead goal to try and prevent overtime. Now, Flipside, if they want to try and get into overtime, or at least, you know, not lose a game, then they are going to have to come out hard right now. My apologies to our EU fans. I know this is an EU tournament. When I say football, I mean American football, not football. Football, which is better football, right? My apologies.
Footballs are amazing right now. Marky going to start up with the possession, going to try to get some more. Kooksir going to get a solid setup per se. No, but we do see Mike going to get the setup into the goal. Stocky's going to get a good save. Marky going to go set up for Kooksir. Kooksir's going to get the goal off the side.
Pashy was in a bad spot. I'm going to stick to Pashy's camera here, just because you can see he was in a good spot to try to make a save, but he couldn't get to it. 2-2. There's your equalizer.
Solid equalizer indeed. And Pashy going to try to get another score.
Oh, Pashy!
You've seen this happen from Pashy. He has gotten 2 or 3 of these goals where it's just off the clinch, off the beginning, and getting those goals.
This is that one-on-one. That's that one-on-one experience, that dribbling style, that key ball control. Pays off, gives them a go-ahead with 32 seconds to play.
Well, we're going to see another game probably happen. But then again, the last 30 seconds, we've seen some amazing things happen from Flipside Tactics as well. So, can they do something? That's a good question.
Maybe 20 seconds on the clock, but there's at least a good minute and a half of 0-second time that Flipside's going to be able to play here if they really need to. But, Swarm trying to get a go-ahead to, or another goal to keep this game securely in control for them. Here we go, 0-second time. Gotta let that ball touch the ground. Don't leave it open for Flipside. Oh, and they're not gonna be able to do it. So Swarm manages to take a game in this series. So let's update that excitement. Come on. Man, making it hard for me to update stuff here. There we go.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from Swarm Gaming. This time, it was a bit more even. I like to say that was more of the game number 2 essence. Very, very solid stuff coming out from both teams. And we'll see if game number 5 is going to be the answer for Flipside to be the finishing clincher, or will Swarm Gaming keep it going?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, as I said before, Flipside will give a game up. But I will say they were definitely outplayed in that game. I don't see Flipside making any of the same mistakes. I think they're going to want to come out really strong. Speaking of which, they're going to want to come out and score a goal in 5 seconds. Off the kickoff, ball hits the wall. Marky Duda knows where it's coming. Gets a good contact on the underside of the car. Gets that very, very early goal to start things off 1-0.
Early goals set the pressure, set the tone, and well, not so much from this series, maybe more the last series. But we will see if Swarm Gaming can come out this one. Again, 3-1. They need to win out pretty much every game, and they have to win out every game to try to get this whole win. To dethrone the overdogs, the kings of the EU Cups. Flipside Tactics. Going to lose out a goal. Stocky there for the goal.
Stocky with a big shot there. Looking very impressive. Plays it off the wall here. Gets it underneath both defenders. He saw them kind of commit into the air and redirected it nice and low. Got a tie game here with 29 seconds off the clock. Lots of time left to play, though. So we might see a little bit of a higher scoring affair. Big shot there by Kuxia. Here comes Markey with the follow-up. Can't quite do it. De Boer left in the dust and debris. There's a big long-distance shot. Turned aside by Kuxia at the last possible second. A lot of big chances coming up for both teams and huge key defensive stops as well to keep this stuff interesting. But there's a good setup. De Boer puts it right away. Very nice goal.
Yeah, we didn't see the win off the clinch from Mike Rolls, and Stocky got that ball up the boards with me, able to get the finish.
Yeah, that looked very nice. So 4 minutes to play. Now, Swarm Gaming ahead in game number 5 here. Flipside would love to get the win, wrap things up here. Swarm Gaming is in must-win mode for the next 3 games. And there, a bit of that must-win mentality coming through. As we see, Stocky gets a good shot up in the air here, sends it back downfield. Nobody able to make any contact with it. And Swarm getting a nice, secure, safe lead, but it's not an insurmountable lead by any stretch. But I think it's comfortable.
Still early on right now, so they'll be fine for a little bit. Kooks are going to play off the wall. But we do see Pashi going to try to get that block. It's an interesting tactic we've seen kind of develop from Swarm Gaming. They're playing the very aggressive style that they usually do, but they're just taking their chances when they can. When they play defensive, they slow down the tempo, and it causes Flipside Tactics to really not do too much with their chances. On the other hand, when Swarm Gaming goes very aggressive and Flipside Tactics goes very aggressive, it's high scoring. So I like the switch up coming up from Swarm Gaming, where they're going to get another goal. Markey going to get the block.
Big save.
Plays the save.
This could be a good chance for Flipside. Doesn't quite develop. They actually had a good breakaway there. Here comes Pashi, gets another one up. Swarm looking outstanding in this series. Or this game, I should say. Series, not so much. The game, though, looking very good now. Maybe a little bit of that necessary turnaround that they need to try and come back and get the reverse sweep. Could it happen? Probably not. But could it happen? Probably not. But anyway.
I mean, if Flipside Tactics plays this way, it's probably going to happen. Just because they're playing very lackadaisical, it seems. Playing very aggressive on the offense, but not getting back on defense quite on time. I mean, these last 3 goals have been less than stellar goals, truthfully, coming out from Swarm Gaming. So I'm liking how Swarm Gaming is playing. They're taking every chance and opportunity they can get. While on the other hand, Flipside Tactics, they're easing off the pedal. And that's not the best way of winning out a championship, per se.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still doing that aggressive style. There goes Marky Duda. Finally gets a second goal to try and help close this gap up. See, good play off the wall. Marky comes in to get the finish. Pashi was not able to get to it in time, so a little bit of contact there by both cars. Yeah, I mean, they always kind of rely on that aggressive style. Even when it stops working for a moment, they just keep at it, I think in the hopes that they can turn it around. So there's a lot of time and a lot of chances that are going to develop here for Flipside. Like right now, I think we're starting to see some of that begin to develop here. Some of these chances look really good. Oh, I think, Kuxir actually got in front of a shot that probably would have been a goal for Mike Rules based off of how that was developing.
Agreed, and we do see Markey going to get another solid player for now. We'll see if Mike and Markey can work it out but it is Kuksher now going to be off on defense. Stocky going to get a good shot in. Poshy going to get a shot back right on there. DeBoer's going to try to get through the goal.
Oh, that's a wide open net. Oh, no, but there. Finally get the clear.
Marky going to get blown up off on this side. Mike can't really develop the play without his mark. And Mikey Mark going to get back off on this one. But Kuksher going to try to get a shot. This is off the aerial. Another clear coming out from Poshy. Poshy trying to clear this one down into there.
Yeah, good detonation there to help disrupt the play. Oh, there's a nice long distance shot. So Flipside back on the attack. Final minute of play. Kuksir tries to get a shot up. That doesn't work. They're going to set it up high. I think Kuksir ran out of boost. He couldn't quite make the play on that. We're still going. Here comes Kuksir again. DeBoer turns him aside. Pashy with a big stop of his own. And Swarm playing really hard to try to prevent a third goal. So far, so good. But look at these chances. So many shots and opportunities for Flipside. Pashy gets destroyed on that offensive chance to help prevent extending this lead. But Flipside probably going to drop this game here because they are not able to close this out.
Future trying to get it for the shot. Mike going to try to get for the clear, but it's 1 second is not going to be enough. And again, we're going to see Flipside Tactics lose another one. And it's going to be Swarm Gaming taking game number 5 of this best-of-7 series.
Indeed they will. So, interesting little bit of turnaround there. Still in must-win, heading into Game 6 of this finals. Winner take all. Of course, I'm sure Swarm eagerly trying to get into spot 5. Trying to make this happen.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how we'll kind of work it down. On the other hand, Swarm Gaming, we've talked about their notable defense. It's been off and on, and this time it has been keeping it going. Can they keep on playing this defense and making the opportunities happen? That's going to be a question. On the other hand, Flipside Tactics, yeah, they just need to find what they want to do, and they want to just roll out the team. That's how they're going to have to win this one out. Again, this is something that happened last series. They had to kind of switch up their style just a little bit, just a little inkling to really win it out. And we'll see if that will happen for Flipside Tactics, or if you see a game number 7 happen again in the best-of-7 grand finals of the Golf for Rocket League number 8. Sponsored by ESL. Definitely great stuff coming out from everyone today.
Yeah, winner playing for 75 euros and 100 Go 4 points, which will help push them a little further forward in the September monthly finals. And there's Stocky out of the gate. 7 seconds in, 8 seconds. I can't. No, 7. I don't know math. Anyway, play off the corner. Here comes Stocky. Great pickup off there because no clear was done off the corner to disrupt that. So Swarm coming off strong. Swarm 2 games up in this, or 2 games in this best of 7. Flipside 3 games up. If the Flipside takes the win, then they will have won the finals. Swarm competing for a Game 5 and Game 7 and for survival.
Again, we talked about it before, the new lineup. Stocky coming in for Swarm Gaming. He has been a kind of revitalization for this team, and he actually keep it going so that they can win this one out. That's going to be the question. On the other hand, Flipside Tactics, tried and true, they stay to the orange, and they are trying to get that win for this one.
Yeah, they are going to be, I mean, they're being forced to fight a little bit for this. You know, I would say if Flipside wins this, this is probably one of their hardest fought tournament victories in a long time. You know, not only were they challenged by Shizou, but they're also getting really challenged by Swarm Gaming here. Nice shot, goes a little high there for Mike Rules, but they can't back him up. Losing a little bit of that momentum that they had off the first couple of games, but here comes a good shot by Marky Duda. Let's get in on that. He takes the pickup off the wall here, comes around the corner, manages to drill it into the lower left corner to tie things up.
Tying it up. 1-1 apiece. Swarm Gaming trying to get this win. Stocky and Pashi have been in the two middle states, but DeBoers has been playing some great defense whenever he can. But now it's both DeBoers and Pashi on the offensive. Pashi needs to set up. Ooh, doesn't get the good shot on goal. But it's only Stocky going to try to clear that one in.
Slightly disrupted.
Yeah, did not get it straight in. Pashi going to go for this aerial. Can't do anything about it. Stocky going to get the reset. And we're going to see the clear.
And Kooks is sending it back downfield. Marky Duda's there to try and do something with it. They're keeping it in the blue zone now. They want to get that go-ahead goal. Try and wrap this series up. Oh, but that's a big mistake. And De Boer plays it off the corner. We're going to take a look at this little bit of a touch there. It kind of rebounds off of Mike Rules there. Nobody was back in goal, so it just sort of trickles in. And there's your go-ahead for Swarm, who are fighting to force a Game 7 here. I mean, this is definitely the Swarm I expected to see. And there's Pashi with another big goal to help increase their lead. You can see Stocky, great play off of the face-off. Pashi makes a little bit of contact there and puts the goal away. Yeah, it's just right now looking really good for Swarm. They had a bit of a rough start, 3 games that they did not look very good in. But since then, they've been regrouping, their playstyles looks a lot better, they're forcing Flipside to really get back into it, you know, really bring the type of game that they're known for. And they might have to do so in a deciding Game 7 if this keeps up. But here's some pretty good chances for Flipside. Marky Duda getting his follow-up off the post, and there's Marky Duda. Get to the right camera here. There we are. Marky Duda gets a good finish to that.
They switched off the goal. Unfortunately, Marky going to be able to get that one. Kuchar was actually in the area as well. Going to be able to get that goal. So either way, it was going to be a good one. Pashi knocks his own shot. Would have gone in. There was no one defending. But unfortunately, not going to get that goal.
That was a pretty wide open net. They did manage to turn to the side before it was too late. Oh, good touch by De Boer helps redirect it in. That was a very nice looking goal. Let's watch De Boer here. He's going to come in, make this first contact, comes up and touches it again to redirect it just slightly enough that the defense gets kind of juked one way and they can't get back in time. So the gap wide once again for Swarm Gaming. 2 goals up, 2 minutes to play though, so plenty of time for Flipside to try and equalize this. I don't know, maybe the exhaustion is starting to kick in. So many games in a row that they have to fight so hard to win or try to, you know, take forward that it's wearing them down a little bit. They usually don't have to play quite so hard. And Swarm might have this opportunity to finally dethrone the Kings.
The Kings going down would be a huge upset, and especially since there's going to be some global competition coming soon as well. Swarm Gaming will have a lot more at stake in this one. If they can win out this EU Cup number 8 and try to just finish it down. But they are still down 2 games, remember. 3-2 on the game score. Pashi looking to set up a play. Minute left pretty much onto the goals. To this game. Marky going to try to go for a shot. Can't get that one in. Mike going to go try to reset this one up for Marky. Marky going to have to reclinch it. And Kooks there is going to actually help out the team. Stocky going to go try for this goal. But Mike going to be able to save it.
Mike Rules just barely helps keep this game alive, but they're running out of time. They've got to crank up the pressure if they're going to try and take this into another game. Or try to win this, I should say. Swarm looking in good position to force a Game 7. Final 30 seconds. Here comes Flipside. Gets turned away once again. And it's just looking all good for Swarm Gaming since Game 4. They have just been looking incredibly impressive, shutting down Flipside, making them fight super hard for every goal and every chance they get. Oh, big missed aerial there, but we are at 0-second time. This game will go to Swarm Gaming. We are going to a Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. That has been decided. 3-3.
Game 7. 3-3, like you said.
This is the exact number of games that MLG was split by. So who takes this big, monumental Game 7? I think this is the first time Swarm and Flipside have met in a Game 7 in ESL. It's a pretty big deal. These guys are rivals,
huge
absolutely.
Deal. Huge deal, and especially with the upgrade in lineup, I guess, with Stocky. It's been a really, really strong series for Flipside. Now with the addition of Stocky, they've been 2-0ing their opponent, pretty much 2-Xing their opponent for the last 3 games. Can Swarm Gaming finish this one up? Or will Flipside Tactics say, nope, we are the kings, and we will stay the kings?
We'll find out right now. Flipside looking pretty good, trying to put some good things together, but Swarm fighting them off. A little bit of that brute force I was talking about earlier. There's Stocky, but Marky Duda turns him away. I mean, where we're at right now, you know, I talk about the actual prizes for this game. 75 euro, 100 go for points. Those are all great, but the biggest thing that this series is for dominance in Europe. The team who wins this series is clearly going to emerge as the team to beat in Europe. You know, I mean, this is for a lot of pride, especially for Swarm. Swarm has been fighting so much and so constantly to try and dethrone Flipside, to try and be the team to get that win. And they have not been able to do it. But this is the closest they've ever been to sealing this deal. 3 games apiece, same thing we saw last week at MLG, and there's De Boer getting that great first blood. That's exactly what they needed to get things started. Flipside is looking like they are in trouble this game. I'm not seeing the same kind of Flipside that I am used to.
Definitely not the same kind of Flipside, and definitely something has happened to Swarm Gaming. Because even in this tournament alone, wasn't really the cleanest of plays coming out from them. Now they're just on all cylinders, making sure that they can keep it going. Possibly going to try to get a goal.
Big goal!
Get a clear goal from there. Amazing stuff coming out for Swarm Gaming.
Pashy, outstanding goal, puts his team up 2-0. 3:33 to go in this best of 7 final. This is the deciding game, ladies and gentlemen. Winner take all. Will Flipside fall? If you are here, you're going to witness something big. Flipside has been the dominant team in Europe for weeks and weeks and weeks. They were challenged very aggressively by Shizou. They nearly swept this series. If Swarm does this, not only are they going to be the first team to beat Flipside in a tournament final, in a tournament period, for, well, almost 2 months now, but they're also going to be completing a reverse sweep. And I know we joke about, oh, that never happens, that's never happened before. It's a big friggin' deal when it's done against Flipside Tactics. But here we go.
Tremendous, monumental, all the big words coming out today, and Marky Duda.
Oh, that fell past.
That right there, but Stocky going to be able to save the one down.
Yeah, good thing Stocky was there. That one right past De Boer. There's Mike Rules. Finally gets Flipside on the board. Half the game is done now. Another half to go. Two and a half minutes left to play. A very tight game right now. Flipside is being challenged pretty significantly. But if they can take advantage of some of these lapses in defensive judgment by Swarm, then they might be able to close this out. There's a good center. Not quite done. Kuxir keeps it in, though, off the wall. Pashy has to make a stop. He doesn't get good contact on it. There's Mike Rules. Gets the equalizer. Mike Rules. 2-2. It's getting good. It's getting real good.
solid plays coming out from Flipside Tactics. But unfortunately, Swarm Gaming was just too defensive on that last possession. Stalking everybody else just needs to play their same aggression. They need to keep it going, but they need to possess that ball on the orange side a lot more. We see a blow up. Marky going to get out there, and Marky going to try to get a shot. Stocky going to be able to get that save, but Marky right there actually made it blocked off that shot. There is 1 minute and 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, on the Grand Finals, best of 7, 7th game. ESL Goofy Rocket League number 8. The EU Cup is alive, and the Kings may get dethroned today.
They might. They're starting to look a little more like the team of old, but here comes Swarm. They're trying to play that defensive game. They got to bring the pressure up. Pashy, big floater, can't get it. Kooksir turns it aside. This is still going on. So many huge chances are developing on both sides of the ball. You can see Pashy back there trying to regather boost, trying to make sure that any play they can develop is as good as it gets. Nicely turned around by DeBoer. Final minute of play. We could be going to overtime, but there's still a lot of Rocket League to play. Oh, Kooksir keeps his team in the game, keeps this tournament going. Good clear away from harm, and here comes Flipside yet again. Play it off the corner, off the wall. Big goal! Marky Duda gets the go-ahead goal. 41 seconds left in this game. Flipside just may have done it. Oh, and Stocky was but a whisker away from turning that away.
Yeah, Stocky wanted to get back in position, but couldn't really set up for the block. Now Pashy and everybody else, they're going to play really aggressively. This could be the time where we see blow up and a little bit more for Flipside. Flipside is on the advantage, and this is the scary part. 30 seconds left. Can Swarm Gaming get another goal? The board has to play some immaculate defense to save that one. But can they actually push up for an offensive? 20 seconds left. The boards. Kashi going to try to go for the goal. Marky Duda going to go for the save. And that might seal the game. Stocky can't even get in there. Marky Duda. What a series from this man. He cleans it in game 2. And he is probably going to be the one that saves this one out. There is
final second
left.
We're in 0-second time. That ball can't touch the ground, and it does. Flipside Tactics gets the huge win again.